All right. I don't know who I'm playing. We never know who we're playing. Sicilian, I've been studying a little bit of Alapin. I'm a little afraid to play it because I don't remember all the lines, but all right, you only live once. You know, I like reviewing lines that I will prepare. Yeah, see, this is the problem. At amateur level, nobody plays knight f6 and nobody plays d5. This is the Alapin line. I barely remember this. Knight f3. Okay, e6. Interesting. Can I play... I think I can play bishop c4 anyway. And then here I can go here. Oh. But I can triple the pawns, I think, right? I think this is good for me. What is this? Is this theory? Why is my opponent playing so fast? I castle here. There's a lot of ways to play these in like a gambit way. There's also ways you don't have to play it in a gambit way. Queen d4, knight c6, queen d5. There's probably bishop e6. I can play takes. I'm making things up. Like e6, d6 is very rare. There is, I mean, queen d4, right? So queen d5 is possible, but I feel like it's very dangerous with my own king in the center. At the same time, my opponent's gonna go knight c6 on the next move. What if I play bishop e3 first and then queen d5? I feel like I'm in some sort of prep, you know? As the... Now, knight c6, I cannot take queen d5 because bishop h2. But I'm playing against an isolated pawn. So I'm gonna go queen d3. I guess my opponent will develop. I can threaten a mate. Doesn't look that stupid because I weakened the king. Although there is g6. And now, maybe I just develop and play knight e2. Yeah, so I was thinking bishop g5. Bishop g5, he'll move the queen like to b6. Really don't want to play knight bd2, but... I will. I mean, black is completely fine. In the Alapin, if black plays any main line, black is equal. So... That's the problem with Alapin at GM level. That's why it's not played much. To try to get an advantage, at least. But at amateur level, the Alapin is completely fantastic. Anyway, isolated pawn. You need to play against the square in front of the pawn. I still can't take. I'm thinking queen b5. Queen b5 could be an interesting move. So I'm going to play bishop e3. I'm going to try to trade on d4. If my opponent plays queen b6 because they're fiending for a draw, then I can take. But then it's still a little bit dicey. Might be easier to just take on b6, play bishop e3 and just play a positional game. Looks like my stream is crashing, but YouTube is running fantastic. Or who knows? Okay. Bishop to e4 is an interesting move. Kind of want to go knight d4. Also, he's trying to open my king. Knight t4, there's knight t4, knight d4, and like queen h4, and I cannot tell if I will just perish there. That doesn't look that great. So how about we go back? How about we go back? Yeah, the internet has been crashing in New York, which is kind of crazy. I've never had internet problems in years of streaming until recently. Oh, there it is. There's the queen b6. That's an interesting proposition. I mean, I kind of like this a4 move because it's just very combative. Like, I'm like, okay, you want to trade, your knight has to move. The position is completely equal. If I take, there is no more isolated pawn. Yeah, it's a bit of a messy game. I'm not thrilled with. Okay, there's queen c7. I can play h3. Yeah, this was an improvement for my opponent, I think. I will play h3. I have no idea if that's right. Opponent's gonna go a6, of course. Guess I will... Or there. I think it's time. I think I need to get rid of this. Now you probably take with a pawn. And then maybe I go... If I go to g5, I could get trapped. Which is not cool. I could go to e1, but it looks a little stupid. So I think I'm gonna go here, and I can't tell if this is stupid or not. There is bishop h2, I have king h1. If I get to go here, maybe I'm doing well. There is this, yeah, but this I take, and this feels like you're just helping me. This doesn't feel like it's good for my opponent. If this, there's this. I'm not blundering anything, I don't think. Rook e6, but can't I just grab the bishop? So now I should be better. I have queenside pawn majority, which is 3 on 2. Now this is a free pawn for real. For real. And there's also that. So now I'm just a pawn up. I'm now outplaying my opponent. This is what's happening. Let's back out of the position preemptively. I don't know. That was not smart. Now there's rook b8. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing. I might bishop f4 if I play... Yeah, that makes sense. Don't get mated. There's a cool combo. Let's see if it happens. Oh my god, I hung h3. Oh. Never mind. I was trying to be very tricky there. Unfortunately, I was not tricky enough. Queen d5. Okay, let's just not flag. Seven seconds. Okay, I'm 2 pawns up now. What? What? All right, my opponent panicked, which is always nice. That's always a good thing. $25.65. Stressful game. We got it done though. Grot. Okay. Bober. Bober, kurva. Sorry, I just assume all Polish people are now Bober. All right, 2 for 2, 28.62. Dude, that is probably my favorite meme right now. Ja pierdolę. Bober, kurva. How do I make moves so fast near the end? I mean, I'm a better bullet player than anything else. I'm probably like top 50 in the world, you know? Alapin course? Yeah, so one of the really effective things about the Alapin at amateur level is that 50% of the games with black go the wrong way. Actually, like 70%. Knight c6 and d6 are the 2 most common moves, and they're both bad. Knight f6, my recommendation in the Alapin is e5, knight d5, d4, cd, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, knight b6, bishop b3, and then here, if black plays d5, you take en passant, queen d6, castles, and here you're gambiting a pawn. So for example, bishop e6, which is the best move, but very rare. Actually, the most common move in this position is bishop g4, which simply loses a pawn to bishop takes f7 check, because if king f7, there's knight g5. After bishop e6, I recommend knight a3 looking for knight b5, bishop b3, a b3, dc. There's this cool idea, queen e2, to play rook d1. It's extremely dangerous for black, and black can very quickly just land themselves in a totally lost position after something like this. It's very dangerous, actually, for black in a practical sense. If black plays 17 engine moves, black is just equal. Actually, it's like minus 0.2. So... if they take c3, it transposes to Smith-Morra. Not exactly, but like, maybe, kind of, a little bit. With bishop c4, yeah, maybe there's some lines it transposes.